So Section 3, guys, it is something that has been going on for the past few weeks, months. Seems to be hitting a new seller or just any seller every single day I hop on social media. And so in this video, we're going to go over, just some ways to kind of avoid these Section 3, waves that are happening. Going over ways that moving on to the future that you need to avoid, because guys, these are no joke right now if you're getting hit with it, because it's causing your accounts to be suspended for days, weeks, probably even months for some of you. You've seen some of the horror stories, but yeah. So guys, on this video, we're just gonna go over my thoughts on these Section 3 waves, how to mitigate it, and just some new information that I stumbled across on, and yeah, just everything that's in between, guys. So with that being said, let's get straight into the video. Be sure to smash that like button, drop a comment down below, let me know what you guys think, or if you've been through these Section 3 things. And yeah, let's go. So I'll be honest, I haven't been through a Section 3 wave on my end, at least. And from what it seems like so far, guys, it seems like it's hitting newer sellers the most when it comes to these Section 3 cases, right? Like, I have yet to see a seller who's been in the game for 2-3 plus years that has actually been hit with one of these cases. Now, of course, that's just something that I haven't seen personally. Probably doesn't mean that it's not happening. I'm pretty sure it is, but it does seem like the waves are hitting more newer sellers, okay? Which, watching this is extremely important, because going over some of the ways on how to avoid this is important for your Amazon account if you plan on selling on the Amazon platform and making it a business down the road. Now, real quick, shout out to Seller Basics, because they posted, a new thread the other day, and on it they basically said that for the past few years they've exhausted how much sellers need to be very careful, especially from buying from wholesalers, okay? And listen, guys, these Section 3 waves, it seems to be hitting a lot of sellers who does want to do wholesale. So let's actually talk about that aspect real quick first, okay? Listen, guys, I get it. You see the new wave of wholesalers trying to come into the game. You want to get into it. You want to find those suppliers. But the problem is that you're basically desperate to find like any supplier out there. Like any supplier out there that is willing to give you ASINs, UPC numbers, profit margins, Amazon links. Like, you're willing to just buy whatever product it is on wholesale because you're basically desperate, right? You're trying to put in the work. You're trying to find those first few suppliers. You're trying to find those few products. Like, I get it, dude, all right? Like, I totally get it. But let me tell you right now that if your way of finding wholesalers is by buying from wholesalers that are on Telegram or even WhatsApp, not all of them, but some of them, then let me tell you right now that you are in for one of these Section 3 waves, okay? Like, it is crazy, like, how many sellers just want to skip the process of finding legitimate wholesalers or distributors. Because according to Seller Basics, they are hitting these wholesalers the most because you guys can prove, supply chain. Like, they have no direct access or any direct link with buying any of the products directly from the brands, okay? Like the brand Ninja, I believe, is one of them, a cooking brand, that sells like all these cooking materials and whatnot, appliances, whatever. Like, this brand specifically is one of those that if they're not buying directly from Ninja, then they are not considered a legit wholesaler, okay? And you guys need to be very careful when you're trying to find wholesalers, because again, if they're offering you Amazon links, ASINs, like profit margins on what you're gonna make from buying their products, that's already a huge red indicator, okay? And I've talked about this multiple times, but this is what's happening with all these new sellers, is that they desperately find all these suppliers that want to sell you products like this, and what it ends up happening is that they can't prove that chain of custody, right? And so that's basically what's going on, guys, is that Amazon is cracking down on these fake suppliers, okay? Because Amazon considers them either stolen or fake or just, basically not directly from the brand. And if they're not directly from the brand, you guys are going to get very screwed. So if you plan on doing wholesale, guys, please do your due diligence research. Find a mentor if you possibly can, or, just network with whoever you can, because buying from these type of, suppliers, it's going to cost you your account down the line, like, eventually. Now, another point that I want to touch on that Seller Basics had mentioned on their post was the fact that not only that, but there are sellers out there who are trying to get ungated using some of these wholesalers' invoices, and Amazon is making sure that these wholesalers don't even reach past Amazon on that aspect. Like, there are sellers getting hit with Section 3 cases just because they're submitting those invoices from those suppliers. So you're already getting your account suspended and you haven't even sold the product. You can't even get ungated in that product. Like, just submitting that invoice is getting your account suspended. Like, that's freaking insane. Now, I get it. You're watching this and you're thinking, wow, that's freaking a load of crap. Why is Amazon doing this? But look, guys, Amazon is just trying to make sure that the customer gets what they actually want, need. You know, they want to make sure that the customer actually gets a legitimate product. Because let's keep it real. As someone who shops on Amazon here and there, I mean, you want a product that's legitimate, right? You don't want it from some fake manufacturer or knowing that it's stolen from someone else. Like, no. So on one side, it's actually a good thing because it's, you know, knocking all these fake suppliers off the list. It's preventing them from getting, you know, those products on the marketplace. But on the other end, it is hitting newer sellers who know very little about the actual business, who are just trying to get a few sales, a few suppliers, but they just don't know better, right? So that's why hopefully you're watching this video, learning a bit more on it, and not skipping it like normally some of you would. So yeah, let's just keep it real. But yes, Amazon is cracking down on suppliers even before you're able to get ungated. So that's the craziest thing that I saw on that post by Seller Basic. Like, that was insane. I was just like, holy crap, they're really cracking down. And listen, guys, Amazon is not slowing down anytime soon, okay? So if you plan on buying from some of these wholesalers who are, you know, just selling you all these goods, like, they're not slowing down on this. They're coming at those suppliers with full force. And if you're caught, you know, basically trying to buy from those suppliers, then yeah, you better be ready for that. But, you know, just like I said, if you find these suppliers that are, you know, giving you all these ASINs, Amazon links, you're only able to buy them from Discord, Telegram, or whatever, you know, suspicious places that normal wholesalers, distributors don't do business on, then just don't do it, okay? Because real legitimate distributors, legitimate wholesalers, they're not going to send you any leads. They're not going to give you Amazon links. A lot of these distributors, they don't even know what the fuck Amazon ASINs are. So please just avoid it overall, okay? Don't be buying from these random third-party people, especially some random ass, you know, college kid or whatever, because it is just going to cost you your account down the road. And yes, I understand they're tempting. The margins look good. The sell string looks good. The velocity, like all of that stuff. Don't get me wrong. I can see why you guys are tempted to buy from these type of suppliers. But please, if you can, just avoid it, because they will not give you the proper documentation to back it up should something happen to your account, okay? And if you're not even sure if some of these suppliers are legitimate or not, then just simply ask them, you know, like, hey, are you buying these directly from the brand themselves? And right away, they'll either tell you, yes, they are, or they'll try to talk their way around it, which if they do that, we already know what the answer is, all right? So that's literally going to be your best bet on vetting out all these suppliers, is just asking them straight up, are they buying these from the actual brand manufacturer? Because if they're not, then chances are you may want to avoid them altogether. And yeah, you just don't want to get yourself that headache, okay? But guys, that is it for this video. Hopefully it was helpful. Hopefully you know, moving on into the future, you can avoid getting yourself in a situation like this, because it seems like every day some new sellers are always talking about getting Section 3'd. And yeah, it's just becoming very crazy. So just be careful out there. If you need help vetting suppliers, don't be afraid to reach out to anybody in the actual wholesale game. You can even reach out to me on Instagram, Discord, whatever platform you guys follow me on, or even on here. But at the end of the day, just make sure that you're following someone and asking them for the proper guidance. That way you don't lose your account, okay? So, but with that being said, guys, that is it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.